Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Chelsea Godfather channel. Subscribe for your daily Chelsea updates. Guys, is the aftermath. Chelsea post-game show after just a disappointing loss today away against West Ham. I mean, 3-1 loss away at West Ham. That was just disappointing. Definitely not what the doctor ordered for us. Nobody saw that coming. Um, the game just did not start off right for us. Let's be fair. Pochettino's opening lineup, his starting lineup was just had some question marks in it. I mean, we started with three uh, central defenders. Now, in the actual setup, right? In the setup, he set us up. I know a lot of people saw it as a three at the back with wing backs, but in reality, it was more or less 4-2-3-1 with Chilwell as a left winger in the 4-2-3-1, and Colwell was pretty much our left back, and that's how we set up. Um, in the first 4 or 5 minutes, they scored off a corner kick. I mean, I thought it was a push in the back. I mean, it was a little soft. It was soft push in the back, but it was still a push in the back. I've seen Chelsea games in the past where we had a soft, contact and VAR went and wiped out our goal. So I mean, that seemed, on for me, it seemed a bit unfair, but not with a standing. The goal came very early in the game, so definitely there was plenty of time to turn things around, and that's exactly what our boys, proceeded to do, which then led eventually to a wonderful equalizer by, Chukwuemeka, brilliant goal. He had pretty much been, terrorizing, Suchek in midfield. He just Suchek could not keep up with him, whether it's his pace or even on the physical aspect of the game. I mean, Chukwuemeka is actually stronger than Suchek. So that was a massive mismatch. And then of course we had um, Raheem, Sterling, is quite unfortunate because Raheem pretty much had his best game for Chelsea in a while. I believe his other good game he had was against Dortmund last season. But I mean, Raheem played very well. He was our best player in this game. And he brilliantly won us a PK with about maybe like 3 or 4 minutes to go at the end of the first half, and that was where the game turned around for us. That's where the game turned right back towards West Ham because we needed to score the penalty, go ahead 2-1 at halftime, and then that would turn the situation around. West Ham would have had to come out of their shell because anybody who knows Coach Moyes. That's how Moyes likes to coach. He can only coach one way, and that's just to sit back and defend and counter attack. And the way to destroy him is you have to jump in front of his team by 1 or 2 goals, and then they have to come out of play, and then you can then take them apart because that's when your attacking players will then have a lot more space to make things happen. And so Enzo missing the penalty was a key for our downfall today. It was for me. It was actually the biggest factor that led to us not doing well because that penalty miss came just right at the end of the first half. What it did was it kept the game at 1-1, and Moyes could then really drill his guys at halftime. I knew exactly what he was going to do, which was just talk to his guys, just sit back, two banks of four, or even like a 4-5-1, a bank of four, a bank of five, and Antonio, and then just have um, Ben Raham coming from wide areas to support him every now and then. And that's it. Or Bowen. It was pretty straightforward, and that was what they are set up to do. And everything was going all right. Everything was still going all right. It was still a 1-1 until for some crazy reason Disasi decides to give up the ball. I don't know what he was doing. A straightforward pass. What really should have been a straightforward pass. A straightforward pass by Disasi. And a straightforward pass by Disasi, and he basically passes straight to the West Ham guy who released the ball. I don't know who it was. It may have been Bowen or somebody in midfield. One time released to and Antonio, and it was off to the races, 1-on-1 between Antonio and Disasi. Disasi was in credit to him. He maintained pace with and Antonio, but all he had to do was just block his shot. Like when you and in that spot, Disasi, there's only one thing you have to do. You have to block the shot because the player is pretty much either he was in our box or he was at the edge of our box. He's within striking range, and everybody knows exactly what Tony was gonna do. I don't know what this says. He just left his legs all wide open. He might as well not have been there, and that even hurt Sanchez. Sanchez couldn't even see the shot clearly, and he was beat 2-1. Okay, all right, 2-1. Um, Eventually, their man gets the second yellow card off a foul on Jackson, who I felt like this was Jackson's worst game as in his early Chelsea career so far. I mean, Jackson, you got to give us more. You got to give us. There were a lot of balls that actually went into Jackson, but Jackson was not able to either read the balls or you know get a shot off or something. He just could not get into this game. I mean, I don't even know that whether Jackson even had even one shot on target. That was a very poor day for Jackson. Jackson has to step up. I mean, this is Chelsea. We don't really have time. That's a reality. And so Jackson was very poor. Now, notwithstanding, he was able to draw the second yellow card, brought them back down to 10 men with about like 25 minutes to go, with quite a lot of time to go, about almost 30 minutes to go. It was tons. It might have been 30 minutes left in the game. And, we really should have just calmed down and not just equalize the game, but actually win the game. That's what we should have done. But it just seemed like Pochettino was kind of lost in terms of how he wanted to proceed with the game with us having the one man edge. Um, because again, I felt like we did not need three center backs. The for me, the player that should have come out was Disasi and not Chilwell. They should have left Chilwell to play left back. Take out Disasi, all right, and When he removed Chelsea, when he removed Chilwell, he should have removed Disasi and not Chilwell, and just leave Colwell and Silva to play in defense, and have his two fullbacks as Augusto and Chilwell, and then bring on an attacking player, and then and also me personally, I even would have left. I would have left, especially when we went to 4-3-3. I would have left Gallagher on the field because he's one of the few players that can actually shoot the ball anywhere around their box. So he just should have left him in the game because at that point in time we just needed shots. We needed shots on target. Modric came on. He didn't give us any shots on target. Um, Nani came on. He had that one, the deflected shot that almost went in. It was saved, and that was pretty much it. This was just a total disappointment, losing 3-1. Second game of the season. 3-1 loss. I mean, I honestly haven't bothered to see who we have next, but I mean, guys, it's obviously way early in the season, but we need a W ASAP because I mean this is just not good. This is not good, guys. How do you feel about today's result? Obviously, if you're a Chelsea fan, you're not happy. In any event, leave your thoughts below. Take care. God bless you all. Peace.